then players start sulking or whatever, and it disrupts the dressing room. But you can see that's a united team. They are a collective. Whether you're on the field or not, they all back one another because everyone knows they'll get their turn or whatever the case may be, but they support one another. And that the credit has to go to the coach to keep that kind of camaraderie within a squad like Sundowns. That's, I mean, easier said than done. So that alone is a massive job on his part. And then navigating your way through this kind of competition against the quality that he came up against, all credit to him. But he is the leader.
And they showed a lot of maturity in this tournament, Hlompo Kekana, Sundowns. We even saw in the last stages of the second leg final. Now they were using those tactics from North Africa. Does it talk to how much this team has grown and has become used to playing this kind of games?
It's experience. Experience, you don't buy it. Experience, you get it in matches like this, where you have to be tested, and sometimes you get angry at yourself for not doing the right things. And these players, they know they didn't do the right thing last season when this team knocked them out of the Champions League, because there were a time where they could have played play for time, and they didn't do that because they were naive at the time. But now they've learned their lesson. They can't do the same mistake that they did last season. Now is the time to build from this and learn a lot of things, and you learn through these experiences. And I think they're a different team now because of those experiences. And now going forward, I think they know what the demands of this tournament, and they'll apply themselves accordingly. Comes.
You mentioned Champions League. There's been talk that this is not the Champions League, but we've seen the elite football, high quality football here, best against the best, and you can see the emotions from Coach Rulani. It feels like winning the Champions League.
I did say in the beginning of the tournament that it's more than money. It's more than everything else. It's pride of players. It's pride of coach. If you see how emotional he is because he's competing against everybody else. So in that level, unfortunately, you're not playing for yourself. The responsibility is huge. The doubters are there. Everybody else, you have to be measured against this best team in the continent. And I did mention in the beginning that players of Mamelodi Sundows, they are feeling that form of slowly going to the legendary status, because you're competing in the tournament that not only normal players compete, but top talent players compete. If you look at those teams that are playing there, they are from different countries. And one team alone in Egypt, Al Ali, is based on players that are from all over the world. That tells you that the level of the game will never be the same. It takes you to another level because you're competing with the best in the continent. So that gives you an edge when it comes back to our home league, because then the resistance will never be that same. You will always have an upper hand because you have learned so much in that space, and that's the national team for other players that don't have an opportunity to play in the national team.
Is it really not about money, Mark Haskins? A lot has been said about the $4 million US, but you guys have played, and Hlompo keeps emphasizing that players, more than anything, play for the badge.
No, the money is the bonus. I mean, the president of CAF came and he said, this is about putting more money in the players' pockets.
Yeah.